its final stages, and it's time to review the performances of all the teams in this 2020 World Cup. Now, let me go first to the teams which have gone into the next World Cup with very good, more answers than questions. They are the teams like Namibia, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. Namibia have played around an experienced campaigner like a David Visa and have performed exceedingly well with a positive attitude against teams like Pakistan and New Zealand, while they have shown immense right attitude against a team like Scotland, winning against them. Going into the next World Cup, they will show this experience in the next World Cup, and we can go for the best, and they can go for the best in the coming years. Next comes Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have played around some young blokes like Charit Asalanka, Petum Nisanka, and of course, number one T20 bowler, Vanindo Hazaranga, Mahesh Tikshana, the Chinaman. Coming into this World Cup, we didn't put money on them because they didn't show the right skill and the aggressiveness which the Sri Lanka was known for in the past. But they proved us wrong. Even though the results weren't on their way, they lost them two very close games and put up the fight. Going into the next World Cup, we can see some very good performances, improved performance in the next World Cup, and put money on them and give some game time for the youngsters. Coming into Afghanistan, they have had the likes of Azatullah Zazai, Ramanullah Gurbaz, who have played around the senior pros, Asghar Afghan, Rashid Khan, Mohammad Dabi, and of course the young mystery spinner, Mujibur Rahman. And Gulbuddin Naib has also come into the fray with his biceps, bowling, fielding, and with his finishing skills with the bat. Next in the list is Australia. Australia are known for their performances in the World Cups. Australia, first of all, were not up to the mark before this World Cup, but they showed why they are the best in the world when it comes to the World Cups. Australia got a right combination using Mitchell Marsh at number 3 and using Smith as a floater in the batting order. When it comes to their bowling attack, we all talked about the Hasarangas and the and the Shamsis before the World Cup. But then we missed Adam Zampa, who had created an impact to the Australian lineup, along with Josh Hazlewood, for whom the 2021 year has been very kind to him, who has been in the wickets column consistently for the Australian bowling lineup, along with Stark's Yorkers and Pat Cummins swing right up front. I think we will have to watch out for this Australian team in the next World Cup, while the other teams are playing in Australia in their home den. Next team is South Africa. South Africa is where they are today is because of Eoin Morgan and of course Rassie van der Dussen. Rassie van der Dussen and Eoin Morgan's career has come leaps and bounds over these last few years. And most importantly, for Eoin Morgan, he hasn't been playing in his regular batting position. When it comes to that bowling group, it's all because of Tabraiz Shamsi, the former number 1 T20 bowler. Now he is number 2 with Hasaranga taking over him. On top of all that, credits has to be given to Temba Bavuma. With all due respects to him, he was not considered a very good T20 player, but he has played some interesting knocks when South Africa had some tough times. The monkeys was on all his backs with all the Deacock saga and subsequently all the birdies were chirping that will de Kock play for South Africa in the future. But Temba Bavuma, South African captain, backed him and said de Kock will come good. And he did come good, and he played the very next game. That shows Temba Bavuma as a person. Then we didn't expect South Africa to do this well in this group of death. But they won 4 of those 5, considering they didn't have Faf du Plessis and of course Imran Tahir in that team. It is sad that they didn't qualify for the next round in spite of winning 4 games. I think this South African team will be really very proud of their performances considering their on and off field situations. The teams next in line are the teams which have gone into the next World Cup with more questions than answers. They are of course Bangladesh, West Indies and Scotland. Bangladesh have had those individual performances, but then they didn't get those collective performances as a team. They had the Shakib Al Hasan, Rahmatullah, Mustafizur Rahman. They all are superstars. They have played all around the world with various franchises, but as a team, but as a nation, they have not had great memories going into their country, Bangladesh. Next team in line is Scotland. Scotland, after making an upset in the round 1 against Bangladesh, winning it, coming at a lot of expectations into the Super 12, but disappointingly not disturbing the points table. They go to Scotland. Yes, as an associate nation, they have done their hard yards, but they didn't get their results. Going to the next World Cup, gaining some experience from this year's World Cup, they can do wonders. Next in line is of course West Indies. West Indies, the 2016 triumph, was looking like a generation away. They didn't get the bang batters, go big guns blazing. Since they had the one-dimensional sort of approach, that didn't help. I feel that in the 7 to 15 overs, the so-called middle overs, we need some rotation of strike, singles, doubles, running between the wickets. But all batters were going bang, which was the downfall for this West Indian team. And then the 2 legendary players, Christopher Henry Gale and of course Eoin Morgan, has called off their international careers and led the sunset. Christopher Henry Gale, walking into bat with a pair of glasses, sums up him as a person. Next in line, Dwayne John Bravo. There's an instance when someone like I think it was Dinesh Karthik who shared in an interview saying that a fan asked him to dance for a song, Champion, and he did dance in an airport in the early hours in the day, and that says him as a personality. Next is Pakistan. Pakistan have been the team to beat after England in this World Cup. Pakistan have had the pace and swing of Shaheen Afridi combined with the raw pace of Haris Rauf and of course with the spinner Shadab Khan, Imad Wasim and of course Mohammad Hafiz have done very well in the bowling attack. Coming into the batting, Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan have scored most of the runs in their batting order, combined with the power hitting of Asif Ali and Shoaib Malik. That has made this group united as a team and been successful. Never, don't forget that mentor and batting consultant is none other than Matthew Hayden, who has brought in that aggressive approach in this year's World Cup for Pakistanis. And I think they are strong contenders for this title. Next team is New Zealand. They are usually referred to as the underdogs in any multi-nation tournaments. But they aren't so. The results say, since the 2015 year, they are the finalists in the 2015 World Cup, 2016 T20 World Cup, semi-finalists, then 2019 World Cup finalists, then WTC winners, and of course they are into the semi-finals, knockout stages in this year's T20 World Cup. Now, coming into New Zealand, they have had a very good side. They have used different tactics in every World Cup, using a Deepak Patel spinner in the first few overs in the 1999 World Cup, followed by using Tim Southee and Trent Boult in straight 10 overs in a spell in the 2015 World Cup, and of course in this World Cup, using Darren Mitchell as an opener. Well, we haven't seen him open in the past, but they are doing so in this World Cup. They are in a thought that all the batters who go bang bang and can go bang bang, and then Williamson can play the anchor role, so that more bang bang batters, the aggressive batters, are not studded in the middle order. Coming into England, yes, they are the team to beat in this World Cup. Yes, let me jog back to the past. In the 2015 World Cup, they got smashed. They were knocked out. They haven't qualified for the semi-finals. They took a conservative approach in their batting in that World Cup. But since after that, they have gone with the aggressive approach of bringing in the likes of Josh Butler, Johnny Bairstow and Jason Roy to open the innings. A few years back, there was a player like an Alex Hales too. If there is a Dhoni for India, there is Morgan for England. He has used different tactics in this World Cup. We can see in this World Cup too. Then there's a right-hander, we see an Adil Rashid in the power play. And there's a left-hander in the opposition, we can see a Moeen Ali. And in another day, we see a Livingston bowl 4 overs, and Moeen Ali is not given those 4 overs. Combined with the fast bowling attack of someone like a Chris Jordan, Chris Wokes, makes this bowling attack lethal. Coming into New Zealand again, I forgot one point, a very important point. They have no expectations going into a tournament like this, since cricket is not a number one sport, it is rugby. And again, they were led by good leaders. True mark of a leader is humility. They had Stephen Fleming, Mark Crowe, Brendan McCullum, and of course now Williamson. Leaders who have had smile in all their faces throughout the day, and of course they are street smart. I think the true contenders for this World Cup is Pakistan and England. Thank you for joining me on this episode. We'll catch you also in the next episode. Until then, this is VR signing off.